These animated romantic pairs rarely get their due. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated cartoon couples.
Sorry, I got a little lightheaded.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the canon couples from cartoon TV series who receive less attention than other couples with which they share the screen, or who simply appear on underrated shows. Some plot details may come up, so consider yourself warned that some spoilers may come up too. Number 10. Jake the Dog and Lady Rainicorn. Adventure Time.
Thanks, honey.
정말네.
These two animal companions may not have the star power of some of their series' other couples, but they're quite adorable in their own right. He's a talking, shape-shifting dog, and she's a half-rainbow, half-unicorn who usually only speaks Korean.
우리 완전히 다 벗고 상추밥 미친 듯이 떠다닌 거 기억나?
Together, they make 5 adorable little puppy-brain unicorn babies. Beautiful, colorful little babies. Although their time spent as companions to Finn and Princess Bubblegum, respectively, often keeps them apart from one another, when they are together, they're always supportive and kind, making them easily one of Adventure Time's sweetest pairings.
사랑해, 자기야.
I love you too, lady.
Number 9. Bob and Pickles Oblong, the Oblongs.
Rise and shine, Pickles, my love.
A valley rife with radioactive waste seems like an odd place for love to bloom, but radiation does make things grow, sometimes uncontrollably. Bob Oblong is a pretty stereotypical dad, albeit with no arms or legs, while Pickles is a loving wife and mother, even if she smokes and drinks heavily and has lost all her hair from the literally toxic environment she finds herself in.
When I was young, you know, I lived in the hills, but then I met your father, and we fell in love and moved down here to the valley. And you know what? All my hair fell out and I started drinking.
Together, despite the occasional backhanded remark, Mr. and Mrs. Oblong are a generally happy couple. Sure, their family may be unconventional, but it's definitely a loving one, and that love begins and ends with them.
Oh, sweetheart, I love you.
I love you too.
Number 8. Enzo Matrix and AndrAIa. Reboot.
I told you we'd be together, Enzo.
This seminal and criminally overlooked CGI series featured several notable pairings among the computer programs and game sprites that make up the mainframe, including the ostensible main couple Bob and Dot. However, we felt that Enzo and AndrAIa were arguably the better pairing. This duo grew up together, getting to know each other from a very young age, before their relationship developed over the years. Enzo, or Matrix, and AndrAIa have a great dynamic, both as children and as adults. Their relationship is one of a select few in cartoons that viewers get to see develop from childhood to adulthood, albeit at an accelerated rate.
I'm beginning to see what you like about bikes.
Told you.
Number 7. Lin Loud Sr. and Rita Loud, the Loud House.
I am so glad we signed up for those ballroom dance classes.
Me too.
As the heads of household of the eponymous and sizable Loud family, Lin Sr. and Rita must often play the taskmasters to their many children. Though they can be stern at times, they're also very loving and supportive, both to their children and each other. Older married couples don't often get the spotlight in cartoons, and it's for that very reason that we felt the need to highlight this one. Lin Sr. and Rita both seem very much in love, and if that skinny dipping incident at the hotel is anything to go by, they're not shy about showing off their affection for one another.
Hello.
Number 6. Lana Kane and Sterling Archer, Archer. These two may both be highly skilled secret agents, but they couldn't be more different. Lana is diligent and responsible, though prone to anger issues, while Archer is a womanizing, alcoholic, distraction-prone asshole. Despite their differences, or perhaps as a result of them, these two have an entertainingly dysfunctional relationship. They get together off and on throughout the series, and their chemistry, both romantic and comedic, is undeniable, usually bring out the best and worst in each other. They even wind up having a child together. And while not the most responsible parents, Archer especially, their love for their daughter and for each other is wonderful to see.
Lana, once I meet them, I'm sure they'll find me utterly charming.
You have met them.
Number 5. Ruby and Sapphire, Steven Universe.
Ruby!
While it was tempting to choose the title character and his relationship with Connie for our list, we settled on Crystal Gems Ruby and Sapphire instead, as they're a more official couple. Ruby is hot-headed and passionate, while Sapphire is more calm and collected, but it's their differences that make them perfect together, literally, since they spend a lot of time fused to become a single being, Garnet.
Sapphire, will you marry me?
Whether they're acting in concert or flirting separately, Ruby and Sapphire are a wonderful couple who don't get talked about enough, especially considering they broke new ground with the first same-sex marriage proposal on a mainstream's kids show.
Then by the power vested in me by the state of Delmarva, I now pronounce you Garnet!
Number 4, Jack and Ashi, Samurai Jack.
Everything that has happened in our lives has brought us here. Right now. Together.
This romance comes late in the run of the series, but it's a welcome one, since Samurai Jack had had precious few couples for most of its run. The ageless, time-displaced samurai is thrown together with one of the daughters of Aku, who has been trained to assassinate him. While overcoming various dangers together, they gradually warm to one another, that warmth finally igniting into passion. Although they manage to overcome the demonic Aku and save the world, fate and time travel prove fickle, cruelly tearing them apart on their wedding day.
Ashi.
Number 3, Kid Flash and Artemis, Young Justice.
Your little impress Megan at all costs game nearly got us all barbecued.
When did this become my fault?
These two young superhero proteges certainly did not see eye to eye at first. Wally West, aka Kid Flash, and Artemis Croc frequently spar verbally with one another, as Wally's goofy recklessness often clashes with Artemis's biting sarcasm. Even so, they eventually wise up to their feelings and get together for several, mostly off-screen years.
Amnesia, remember? Completely forgot how truly annoying you are.
Oh, like you're the goddess of congeniality. Eesh, get a room.
Unfortunately, towards the end of their relationship, Artemis is kept apart from Wally due to an undercover mission, only for Wally to tragically die while saving the world soon afterwards. We wish we could have seen more of them being together, but we cherish the time we got.
You wanted me to tell you?
No.
He loved you.
Number 2, Suki and Sokka, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I would be honored if you would teach me.
Even if I'm a girl?
There are several great couples in this celebrated cartoon, and while we considered choosing Zuko and Mai, ultimately we felt that Suki and Sokka were more underrated. A pair of non-bending members of the extended Team Avatar, Sokka is the sarcastic brains of the group, while Suki is a young member of famed Kyoshi warriors. Despite some initial hostility, the two quickly develop a mutual attraction, reaffirming their feelings when they meet again. Unlike Aang and Katara, Sokka and Suki are both open about their feelings for one another, and are only kept apart by the war or imprisonment, and occasionally by some humorous misunderstandings.
Well, hello! Zuko!
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Well, Mermando, I guess this is it.
Not quite. This is...
Whoa, okay, that's gross.
You didn't!
I did.
This mistletoe disco ball is just what I
needed! That's not what you are. It's just how you feel. And this is how I feel.
I almost missed this chance.
We almost missed this chance.
Number 1, Goliath and Elisa Maza, Gargoyles.
You know how I feel about you, right?
How we both feel. Yes.
While these two are definitely one of the most prominent pairings in their show, Gargoyles as a whole is an underrated series, which is why they made the list. Goliath is the noble, taciturn leader of a heroic group of gargoyles in modern New York, while Elisa is a kind-hearted but tough-as-nails human detective who helps the gargoyles in their adventures. The two of them grow closer throughout the series, but it isn't until some magic switches their species that their feelings begin to come to the surface. Willing to face danger and love together, these two are a real power couple.
I never realized when you were human how beautiful you are.
You mean you thought I was ugly?
Well,
Do you agree with our picks? Check Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.